So what do you do when it's cold, it's wet, and it's windy, as you can probably hear? You sow seeds. Or sit in the armchair and watch TV. I personally like to sow the seeds. Carrying on from the last video of a few January sowings of seeds, I'm going to make a start on the flowers for the garden. There's loads you can sow, but I've got a few more different varieties here. And what I'm going to start with is I'm going to start with begonias. I do like begonias, and to be honest, I normally buy them in little plug plants, which is a little bit cheating, but I'm going to try them from seed. They're a half hardy perennial. This one is for the summer. I'm going to use half trays for these. I've got sieve compost already over there. Now, I've seen a lot of people sieve their compost, put it in there, and then grab it with their hands to put it in. Now, I've tried this, and you've made all the effort in trying to sieve the compost, and all you do is clump it back up into a clump. Pick it up into a clump. So, if I can find it, we just use the trowel. That's all you need. You don't compact the soil. It's still nice, light and fluffy. Now I think I've got 6. I think I've got 6, have I? 2, 4, 6. I've actually got 7, but I'll do one in a separate pot. We're going to split these into 2 and do half of one, half of another. Then I'm going to put a little bamboo cane in the middle, just to divide them up. Now, if you're planning your seeds for the garden, or if you have flowers on the allotment, depending how many of my flowers this year will grow, I may put some over the allotment. Don't get too hasty to put them out. You've got to wait until the last frost date in your area. Now, for me, I'm in zone 9B, and my last frost date is around the 21st to the 31st of March. So me personally would leave it a couple of weeks after that before planting out into the garden. Now, these are very small seeds, and I doubt if you'll even pick them up on camera. So I'm just going to scatter them in. Right, so you do tend to find with these packets, with the really tiny seeds, they do tend to stick to the silver on the inside. So just open them up over, give them a little wipe out. Because you've paid a lot of money for these seeds, so you don't want to waste any. And out of all the seeds that are there, the one that gets away is the one that's going to grow. We'll stick a label in that one, and I'll put that to one side for a minute. Now, we're also going to be sowing some geraniums. As you know, all the bad weather we had just before Christmas killed my geraniums, which I've had in my baskets. I've left them outside over winter and they've been fine. But this was last year was quite an exceptional year. So it's killed them all. So I'm going to try and grow some from seed. Now, I've never done this. It's first for me. And we're going to try a hardy mix. Pretence is the first one. I don't know if you can see that. And the second one is the one I like the most, is the mop head mixed. Now, the pretence ones, now these seeds, it says on the packet, you've got to leave them in the cold for 4 to 6 weeks and then bring them into the warmth. I don't know why. I will be doing a little bit of looking up on that, but I'm going to treat them both the same. And see what happens. Don't get a lot for your money. I hope they all grow. How many seeds does it say? 10 seeds. That's them ones. Pop a label in. Now the mop head ones will probably end up in the hanging baskets. Not too sure where I'm going to put any of this yet. I've got a little note indoors, a little A4 bit of paper. I've been drawing on there the different heights and what sort of colour scheme I'd like in the garden next year or this year. But I haven't actually put any names of flowers to the paper. So that's something I may look at in the week. Now we are going to be sowing some lupins and salvias. Now lupins are one of my favourite flowers. Nice, big, spiky blooms. They don't last too long, but I enjoy them while they're there. They're easy to grow and they give you a very good display. The only downside to lupins is they're poisonous. Now if you've got pets that run around the garden, cats, dogs, whichever kind, they are a poisonous plant. So just be mindful if you're going to put these in your garden. I will put a little list down below of all the seeds that I've sown today, in case you want to try them yourselves, and their varieties as well. So, it's a little bit big, that one. Excuse me. That's better. It fits now. So these are called Festival Mix, which have an array of different colours, from dark purple to medium pink to very light pink and white. Now these are quite big seeds, so they're easier to handle. and just liberally if you get too many that come out of the packet in one space, you just move them about a little bit. That's fine. And the other side, we're going to do the salvia, which is another nice little favourite of mine. Nice, dainty little round flowers that work their way up the stem. And they look very nice in pots as well. Always open the seed packet over where you're going to sow them. I like to do this. Now I know I've got one, there he is. Get out. A couple stuck in the corner there. That's it. And I like to just rake them around. But when you do this, they go to different depths within the compost. And it's just nice to see the strength of the stem of the plant when it germinates. Just so you get a variation. So they're not all on the surface, so they all grow the same. They all grow differently. So obviously you'll get some weak ones, some strong ones, and at least you're guaranteed, to a degree, some good plants. Now going back to this one here with the begonias in that side. On this side, I'm going to be putting in lobelia. Now, the reason I'm doing the two mixed ones in here is because you don't cover the seeds. You just leave them on the top because they need sunlight or light to germinate. These are very, very small. You can feel in the packet that they are really tiny. So we need to be really careful with these. And me and careful don't really mix. These seeds are like, they're like little fine grains of dust. If you can see them in there, you might be able to. And sprinkle them on, and it says on the packet, or does it, 1,500 seeds. Well, I'm going to put the whole packet in because I don't believe for 1 minute I'm going to get 1,500 plants. Although if I do, I may be giving some away in a competition. Now the last of the sowing that I'm going to do today are these. Now I'm not even going to try and pronounce these. I don't know if you can see that. Now I see these this morning and I thought, you know what? I like the look of these flowers. It's only until I got home I thought, they're not for this year. So I know it's only the second week in January. Looking forward to 2024, because that is when these come into flower. They're hardy perennials. I didn't realise at the time when I picked them up, I just liked the picture on the front, so that'll do me. So we're going to give these a go. We're going to sow these and see what we get next year. So you sow them this year, you bring them on, and then you plant them out, what does it say, between May and October, and then they flower between June and October 2024. That is going to be a very long wait. I'm not sure how many seeds you get actually. 75 seeds. 75 seeds for, what was that? 75p. Penny a seed. So if they all grow, it can't be bad. That's a penny a plant. Now the onions that I sowed from seed on, I think it was the day, no, it wasn't Boxing Day. It was the day after Boxing Day. I've started to come up. Now we sowed 3 different types. We sowed Red Baron, Elisa Craig, I think it is, and some Silver Skins. Silver Skins still yet to come up. The Craig have started to shoot, but the red ones have really come up well. So I'm going to start transplanting these into separate cells. I'm going to just do this one for now, because this one is, although this is still quite big, the others are still yet to grow. So I'm going to be doing these. It's a little bit of a delicate operation. I did sow them a little bit close together, which makes things a little bit harder. But as soon as they get these little crooks on the top, then they're ready for potting on. Right, there you go. That's all them done. I'll say all of them. That's the start. There's 12, all nicely nested in, and we only had 2 casualties that I snapped, which isn't too bad, considering how fragile they are. And what I've done, I've just pushed down the compost again, in between what's left in that section. These go back indoors and let the rest grow. So if you have enjoyed the video, give us a nice flowery thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave us a comment. I do like comments. I do like to know what people are sowing around the world. I've got a lot of viewers from around the world now, which I'm most grateful for. And the comments I'm getting are brilliant. And I do reply to all comments. So until next time, keep a little eye on my community section on my channel. There's going to be some updates on there very soon. So until next time, I'm going in for a cup of tea. I'll catch up with you very soon. Take care.